Well, we're still in this hinge of Mark's Gospel, the end of chapter 8. Fascinating. The big question, the first part of Mark's Gospel, is identity. It starts off with that great statement. This is the Gospel about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And then, unfolding in those early chapters, demonstrations of his authority and power in so many areas. Linked with his compassion, it shows the heart of God. It shows the identity of Jesus Christ as being fully God and fully man. When we come to chapter 8, at last the penny drops with Peter. I know who you are. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. Peter gets it, and it's shown to him. Only the Father reveals such a deep, wonderful, glorious truth. From that point on, Jesus begins to teach in rapid succession that he must die. So we have the person of Christ and the work of Christ. He is the Son of God. He came to die on behalf of sinners. It'll come to a great climax in chapter 10. He gives his life as a ransom for many. That being so, we come to these verses, and there's so much here. We're doing it slowly. Then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples. Everybody needs to hear this. If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. What is a Christian? Somebody who denies himself, takes up his cross and follows after Jesus. Sin is to focus on self. To become a Christian, if I understand that Jesus is the Creator God who's become one of us, and that he died on the cross for my most urgent problem of sin, what I need to do to prove I really believe those things, it's a natural outflow. I will deny myself. If anyone would come after me, what is sin? Self. S-I-N, self. Putting myself first. I, me, mine, my agenda. All these pronouns. Self-centeredness. It began in the Garden of Eden. It will sink us to hell unless it's dealt with. If Christ has dealt with it, it'll exhibit itself in self-denial. I deny myself and I follow after Jesus Christ. I immerse myself in his will. Not my will, but thy will be done. I follow after him. I find him in the Bible, Genesis through to Revelation. So I read it, I meditate on it, I look to apply it in the power of the Spirit to my life. I follow hard after Christ. The imagery of taking up the cross, it's such a powerful image. If anyone comes after me, he'll deny himself, take up his cross and follow Jesus. Very powerful image in the first century there under Roman occupation. If you saw somebody carrying a cross, it simply meant this. They had no plans for themselves. Somebody else was making their plans for them. And if I'm a Christian, if I know who Christ is and what he's done, I gladly lay down my life too, nail my agenda to the cross. I take up my cross and I follow after him. May God give us strength. 3 steps to heaven. The proof that I've trusted Christ is that my life is changed. I'm no longer my own. I'm bought with a price. I'm following hard after him.